Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and go over something a little bit random here, but I wanted to go over a MBTI quiz, the Myers-Briggs, quiz, and to go from there. Okay. And the reason I wanted to do this was I just got an idea. I was watching a video by one of the guys I'm subscribed to, and then he was talking about Myers-Briggs, and I'm like, you know what? I think it'd be kind of cool if I went over it. So anyway, let's get down to it. Number one, how do you typically recharge after a long day? Spending time alone, hanging out with friends. Okay, so I'm definitely A for number one. I like actually, if I'm recharging, I like to just kind of just chill. Okay. Number two, when making decisions, do you rely on facts and logic, feelings and values? See, this is like a classic situation where I don't think like I can do. I'm both. In other words, I think about it from a point of emotion, but I also look at it in terms of logistics and stats and facts. So I'm not one or the other. So I'm going to say both, right? Number three, which do you prefer when working on a project? Planning everything out in advance or going with the flow and being stunned? Okay, when working on a project, I like direction. I like things planned out. So I would say number three is A. Number four, how do you usually handle conflicts? You address it directly, avoid it, and hope it. So I'm very blunt. I am very good at dealing with problems right away. So I would say it was A. Okay, number five. Do you usually focus on the details? This is another example of where either the question is flawed or I'm just weird. And I'll explain. It says, do you usually focus more on details and specifics or the big picture and overall concepts? I'm really good at both. And I know people are like, choose one or the other. Or are you sort of good at both? But like, I'm not saying this just whatever. I'm exceptionally good at both. In other words, I am very good at looking at the big picture, but I'm also very good at details. Like, it's kind of like, if this is a chessboard, I'm not a fucking king that goes one dot to the other, and I'm not just a bishop. I'm like the fucking, the entire board. I look at what's close and far. So I'd say both. Okay, number six. When at a social event, do you prefer small, intimate gatherings or enjoy mingling and meeting? I am definitely A on that. Number seven. How do you prefer to organize your schedule? Stick to a strict routine and plan ahead, or keep it flexible, and are you open to changes? So this is a tough question, and I'll explain. If it's work-related, I stick to a strict routine. But if it's personal, like my own free time, it's different. So I will say it is A if it's work related. It is A if it's work related. It is B if it's for fun. Okay. Number eight. When faced with a difficult problem, do you analyze it logically to find a solution or trust your gut feelings and intuition? Both. I don't know. Maybe these questions are bad, but I'm kind of both. Honestly. Number nine. Which do you value more? Efficiency and effectiveness, compassion and understanding? I would say A. Number 10. How do you prefer to communicate? Directly and to the point, expressively, and with emotion? How about both? Because I am both. People say I'm very expressive, but people also say I'm very fucking direct. So, both. You see the problem here? A lot of these are both for me. Okay. Do you find yourself more drawn to practical, realistic ideas or creative, imaginative ideas? Both. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I have a very, strong background in art and design. But at the same time, I actually care about concepts and realistic things and practicality. Like, in many ways, I'm very practical, but in many ways, I'm very artistic. So I would say both. I'm weird in that way, right? When making plans, do you prefer to have everything settled and decided, or do you like to keep options open and make decisions? Okay, I would say for that, I would choose A. Number 13. Do you typically prefer to work alone or in small groups, or do you work in larger teams or groups? I prefer... Okay. Let me put it this way. If I'm good at what I'm doing, in other words, if I'm good at, if I don't need help, I like to work alone. But if I need help, I'll work. In other words, I only work in large teams as a point of necessity. But but let me just put it this way. When I'm in a job or any sort of, it could be any job in any company, if I start getting good to the point where I know what to do, then I don't need a team. Like I can, like, basically people are like, I know how to figure things out by myself. I'd rather just do it alone. But if I'm new to the company or I'm new to the team and I don't know what's going on and I don't know the rules yet, then I will work in large groups. So to answer that, and this is a good thing about ChatGPT, it will adjust the answer according to what you say. I will say I am A if I know what I'm doing and I'm good at what I'm doing and I've mastered like what I need to do. I am B if I need to learn. If I need to learn and I'm new to what they're talking about. In other words, if I no longer need help, I will work alone. I think that's the best way I could say it. Number 14, how do you approach new experiences? With caution, with excitement? I would say A. Number 15, when learning something new, do you prefer structured lessons? 15 is A. 16, how do you usually handle stress? By organizing, controlling the system, by seeking support and comfort from others. Handle stress. I would say I'm more B, probably. I'm actually not very good at handling stress, actually. But yeah. So I definitely need help whenever I am stressed out. In conversations, do you usually stick to the facts and stay on topic, or do you enjoy exploring various ideas and possibilities? What the fuck does that mean? I would say A, but I don't know what the hell they mean by exploring various ideas and possibilities. What the fuck does that mean? Who comes up with these kind of questions? Anyway, all right. Number 18. When watching a movie, do you prefer realistic, true-to-life stories or fantasy? I definitely like fantasies. Find it much more interesting. How do you approach it? You asked me this like fucking 15 times already. Like, anyway. Actually, it is slightly different. Start early and manage. Okay, so I would say 19 is A. Okay. Number 20. What do you find more fulfilling? Accomplishing tasks and goals or building relationships? I would say accomplishing tasks and goals. Okay, based on this, what do they say I am? Based on it is saying ISTJ. I knew it was, dude. For some reason, I keep getting ISTJ. That happened like 4 times already. So I guess I really am ISTJ. And that's all I got to say.